It used to be when you wanted to build muscle or look leaner, you pick up some dumbbells and start curling. But nowadays, calisthenics has been gaining popularity with the help of the pandemic, and social media is showing some of the superhuman movements you can do. It has naturally sparked the question of whether or not calisthenics is better than weightlifting. In this video, I'll go over the cons and pros of weightlifting and calisthenics and what this means for you. Stay tuned for the end of the video if you want to learn how to incorporate both weightlifting and calisthenics into your training. When the pandemic started back in 2020, many people had to stop going to the gym. And if you weren't one of those lucky people who had a home gym, you had to find an alternative to working out: calisthenics. Calisthenics are bodyweight exercises you can do with little to no equipment. Unless you're someone who literally sits on the couch all day, then you've probably done calisthenics. Weight training, on the other hand, requires the use of weights to build up a specific body part. There are many different exercises that you can do both compound and isolation. So let's first start with the pros of calisthenics. Calisthenics uses little to no equipment. Literally the only essential thing you need besides your body weight is a pull-up bar. Calisthenics consists of mostly compound exercises, so it's easier to get a full body workout in. Calisthenics can be done anywhere. If you have a busy life and don't have time to go to the gym, no worries. You can do push-ups and pull-ups at your house, outside, maybe even at work if they let you. Calisthenics puts less stress on the joints than weightlifting movements like the deadlift. Calisthenics is also better for functional movements than weightlifting. A bicep curl isn't going to help you improve in a sport such as track and field, while jumping squats can help you improve your vert and explosive power. And one of the most important pros is calisthenics is free. A gym membership can cost anywhere between $480 to $2,860 annually at the most popular gym chains out there. If you're someone like me who wasn't born with a gym membership, then it can be a hard choice to make. Alright, so now on to the cons. Calisthenics training is abundant in compound exercises, but calisthenics lacks a lot of isolation exercises. Meaning if you're looking to grow your calves or your triceps, it might be best to focus on weightlifting exercises such as the weighted calf raise or tricep pull downs. Because of the ability to train calisthenics anywhere, it can be easy to overtrain your body. If you are someone who's trying to learn a skill such as the one-arm pull, but you know you're not strong enough, don't do it. This is because high intense strength movements like the one-arm pull put a lot of stress on your central nervous system and connective tissue. This can really hurt your progress in the long run. Connective tissue takes longer to develop than muscles do, so it's important to be cautious with highly intense exercises such as the one-arm pull. Calisthenics is very time-consuming. Unlike weightlifting, it takes years upon years to learn the movements. For example, the handstand push-up. It may take you multiple years to learn because of the strength and balance component involved. Building strength can take a long time, and learning how to do a handstand can take you anywhere from a month to a few months to learn. Comparing that to the arm press, which can take you a few minutes to learn to form correctly. Lack of resistance for the lower body is also a big concern. Once you've learned how to do a pistol squat, I would recommend incorporating some type of weight training for the legs. An issue that novices similarly have is when starting out calisthenics, it may be hard to perform some of the most basic exercises. So it's important to know what the lower progression exercises are for fundamental exercises such as the push-up or dip. If you can't do a push-up, then do it on your knees. If you can't perform a dip, do negatives or use a thin band to help. Bulking is another con of calisthenics. When performing any calisthenic movement, your weight can dictate how well you're able to perform. If you're able to do a few reps of handstand push yesterday, but today you are 5 pounds heavier due to bulking, it can make it harder to perform the exercise. If you're an overweight individual wanting to know whether calisthenics is for you, let me assure you it is. You're just going to have to make sure you work on exercises that fit your fitness level. But advanced movements will be out of your reach unless you lose the weight. That's why you'll never see an overweight person doing advanced calisthenic movements. Alright, so now let's get into the pros of weightlifting. Weightlifting has an abundance of both isolation and compound movements that you can do. It can be especially useful for the legs. If you're looking to build a lot of muscle, weightlifting is a good choice because of the different isolation exercises you can do. The learning curve for weightlifting is a lot easier than bodyweight training. I know most people are just looking to increase their muscle mass or lose some weight, so moves such as the handstand or front lever may not be appealing. But as I stated previously, the expense of gym memberships can be quite costly. If you don't have the money or don't want to spend the money, then calisthenics may be a better option. And in order for most people to weightlift, they have to go to the gym. This can cost gas and time versus going to your local park or working out at home. So which one is better? That all depends on your goals. If you're mostly focused on increasing your absolute strength or wanting to build muscle on a specific body part, then weight training would be your best bet. But if you're looking to learn a few skills and get stronger, calisthenics will be your best bet. Now you don't just have to do one or the other. Why not do both? That way you can get the most bang for your buck. So in order to incorporate both calisthenics and weightlifting into your workouts, you have to follow these key steps. First, you need to decide what your goals are. Is it absolute training focused, meaning that you're going to want to increase your strength output on an object, or will it be relative strength focused, meaning increasing your strength relative to your body weight? For example, if your goal is to get stronger on the bench, then that would mean it's absolute strength focused. While if your goal is to get stronger on the planche, then that would make it a relative strength goal. If your goal is more calisthenic focused, make sure you do those exercises before you do your weightlifting movements, because it's a lot harder to do bodyweight movements, such as the pull-up after you've done lat pull-downs. If you're learning isometric skill, start out with that before your reps and set work. For example, if you're learning the handstand, focus on that before rather than after the session, because that's when you're the freshest. Handstands require lots of balance, and balance takes energy that you won't have if you decide to incorporate them after the session. Make sure you superset your exercises. What that means is to add in both one exercise for calisthenics and one exercise for weightlifting per body part. For example, incorporating pulls with a lat pull-down machine. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. It really helps the channel out. And remember, whatever you do, don't hurt your gains.